Hi, I'm Mary and I coordinate the Partners Programme.
Hi there, my name's Megan. I've just recently graduated from Newcastle University this year. I studied combined honours and I took part in the partner scheme in 2019 as a part of the English literature strand.
So in this video, me and Megan are going to cover what the Partners Programme is and talk you through the Partners Academic Summer School and what that involves. We're going to chat to you about the benefits of the programme, and then we'll run through the eligibility criteria, the application process and how you can find out more after today. So what actually is the Partners Programme? Partners is Newcastle University's supported entry route. That means that you can get a reduced offer to study at the university if you meet the eligibility criteria. It's a really well-established programme now. It's nationally recognised and it's been running through since the year 2000. So this year we're actually on our 23rd summer school. Over 7,500 students have entered Newcastle University through the Partners Programme, and on last year's summer school alone, so 2022, we actually had 1,224 students take part in the programme, so it is getting bigger and bigger each year. So like I said, you can receive a lower offer to study at Newcastle University, and this offer does include a free, fully paid for summer school, and you'll also get extra help and support whilst you're applying to the university and also whilst you're here as a student with us. The lower offer is up to 3 grades lower than the typical offer. So for example, if you apply into medicine for 2023 entry, the typical offer that Newcastle has is 3 A's at A level or equivalent. If you applied via Partners, that would reduce to 3 B's at A level or equivalent, plus successful completion of the Partners Academic Summer School. Our website has all of the degree courses that you can browse from, and if you scroll down to entry requirements, it will show you what the Partners offer would be for each course as well. So it's really worth checking that out. Partners is open to every single one of our undergraduate degree courses, so if you'd like to know what the lower offer would be for your course, please do head to the website.
So I'm just going to tell you a bit more about the scheme and the summer school in general. So the summer school is essentially an insight into student life, and its main aim is to try and aid that transition between sixth form or college and university, because there is quite a big gap. And for 2023, the summer school will take place from Monday the 3rd to Friday the 7th of July. It'll run partly online and partly in person, so you'll be on campus for a couple of days, and then you'll also have some online sessions on Zoom, but it's completely free to attend for everyone. The summer school is split up into 4 components, so you've got academic sessions, higher education skills, careers and employability, and also some social activities. So I'm just going to talk you through the different components, what they entail, so you can get a sort of an idea for what the summer school will be like. So the academic sessions, these are taught by the same lecturers that you'd be taught by if you came to study your undergraduate degree here at Newcastle. And in these you do subject-specific content, and it will be spread across around 10 to 30 hours of the week, but it depends upon the subject. We have over 30 different subject strands, and these have a range of different delivery styles, like I said, depending on what subject. So for me, I did the humanities subject, so I had mainly lectures and seminars, whereas someone who might be doing a science subject might be in a lab, they might have different sorts of delivery styles and sessions, but it'll give you an insight into what a week in your life at university studying that subject will be. So then the employability sessions, these are mainly to raise your awareness of university career services and future options. This might be something that you're not thinking about at the minute, but I promise once you're in your second and third year and thinking about what's next, you'll be really grateful that you had these sessions. So some of the recent sessions that we've run have included What I Wish I'd Known, alumni keynote speeches, a career service introduction. The career service at Newcastle is award winning and it's really beneficial. I used it a lot during my time here, and they can help you with writing CVs, preparing for interviews, and just generally trying to find a job after university or during. We also had industry webinars and then how to get the most out of LinkedIn. So these are just some sessions that will hopefully help to raise your awareness of what's next and what services we have at the university to help you out. The higher education skills sessions aim to give you a head start in preparing for higher education. So like I mentioned, it's quite a big gap between sixth form or college and university, and this is especially prevalent in the academic side. So there's things that you might have never had to do before in school, like referencing, which I know was something that I'd never done and I was so confused about when I got here. So doing these sessions with partners are really helpful. So you'll go through things like critical analysis, referencing. They'll show you how to reference, the different sort of referencing styles. They'll also go through independent study, because that's something that you might find you have a lot of whilst at university, especially if you do a humanities subject like I did. Your contact hours will be quite limited in comparison to your independent study hours, so you have to learn how to manage your time and learn how to independently study. And they'll also go through how to manage assessments and feedback, because that can be something that's really difficult when you get to university. You'll get your assessment mark back and you'll get some feedback and you won't know how to then act on it. So they're going to talk you through stuff like that. And then lastly, the social activities. It's not all hard work, don't worry. The social activities are developed by our team of student reps. And activities do vary year on year, but some of the recent sessions have included things like a cinema night, quiz night, pizza and games, and city tours. So essentially this is just a time for you to get to know the other people on your strand, the other people on the scheme in general. Try and make some friends before you come to university. I really benefited from the social activities. I made a group of like 5 really good friends that when we all came to Newcastle in September, we knew like each other and we sat next to each other in lectures, and it just sort of gave you a head start and a foot in the door compared to other people that hadn't done the scheme. So here's just an example of a timetable. This is like a 2022 timetable of what your week could look like. So you've got things like breakfast club when you're staying on campus, and then your academic sessions, lunch which is provided, and then you also have your social sessions in the evening, like a social event on Zoom as well. Quiz night, city tour, hot chocolate cafe, so different things, just giving you a chance to socialise with everyone. It might look a bit intense, but it's just trying to give you a realistic idea of what a week at university might be like, balancing your academic sessions and your social activities as well. I found that there were so many different benefits to the Partners programme. Just some of them are being able to see what university is really like. This was the main benefit for me. I was so set on going to university, but in reality, I had no idea what it was like, whether I'd enjoy it, what the sessions were going to be like, what the subject would be like. So it really does give you that chance to reaffirm your decision and just take a minute to be like, is this right for me? Am I enjoying it? Before you actually get there and make that big leap. It also enhances your employability skills with the different sessions, like I say, checking CV, career advice, and lets you know what's available at the university for you to make use of when you're here. You also can use Newcastle University's facilities. For example, if you're doing a science subject that requires lab sessions, you can go in those labs and maybe use some equipment that you've never had access to before, which is really great and also gives you an idea of what you might be doing when you get here. You can meet other students. This is a huge benefit. Like I said, I came in the first week and I knew who my friends were, I knew where I was going, and then this therefore increased my confidence. I was so scared to come to university before the Partners scheme, but when I got here, already knowing some people, knowing where I was going, knowing what I was going to be doing was really beneficial. You also get ongoing support from the Partners scheme, which I will mention in a minute. And then probably the biggest benefit that you're thinking of right now is receiving the lower offer. That can be really helpful, especially just to take a little bit of pressure off you when it comes to your exams. There's usually a lot riding on your exams, your A-levels, and then on results day. But getting that lower offer sort of gives you a little bit of leeway in terms of your performance in your exams. And also it's completely free to attend, so there's no reason not to. So some of the ongoing support that I mentioned is like a Partners mail base. So once you're at the university, you'll be added to a mail base where you'll be sent emails with work opportunities. That's how I found out about my job that I now have at the university. Some of these work opportunities could be being a school rep, a student ambassador, a mentor, and they're really good experience to put on your CV as well. They'll also run focus group, ask you how it's going so far, just check in with you. And also there's like career insight sessions and an online community to keep in touch with fellow Partners students. This is really great for during university and afterwards for networking. And then also some financial support that we have available for Partners students for 2022 entry. are some scholarships like the Charles Letts Scholarship, which is just for STEM subjects, but this is £2,000 per year. The Cowrie Black Heart Foundation scholarships, which are available for all subjects, and these are £8,000 per year. And then also the NUSU Participation Bursary, which is available for all subjects, and that's £280 per year. These are scholarships that you don't have to pay back. They're not a loan like your student loan. They're a grant that you don't have to pay the university back. I myself got the participation bursary when I was here at university, and I found it really, really, really helpful. When you get to university, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of clubs and societies, and you might want to join so many different things, but I found that it just wasn't feasible. I joined the cheerleading club, and you had things like gym fees, membership fees, uniform, all these things that you don't realise you're going to have to pay for. So things like the participation bursary are in place for partner students to then get the extra support that they might need. So once you get to university, you are really supported as a result of being part of the partner scheme. And even now, I still get emails to my university email address from the partner scheme. So it really is ongoing support, and you don't feel like you do the scheme and then that's it. They do sort of go through and check in with you all the time throughout your degree. So it's really, really great.
So moving on to the eligibility criteria and how you can get accepted onto the programme. To get accepted onto partners, you must meet all of our essential conditions. You must meet any one or more of the 15 eligibility criteria. And lastly, you must make Newcastle University your firm choice on UCAS. We'll talk in a little bit more detail about all three of these sections as we move through the presentation. So to give you a little bit more detail about the essential conditions, you do have to have home student status and be a resident in the UK. Both of these elements will be verified by our admissions team when you submit your UCAS application. Partners has the same deadlines that UCAS has. So for example, if you apply into medicine and dentistry, you need to make that October deadline when you submit your partner's application. All other undergraduate degree courses, you'll need to submit your partner's application by the January deadline in order to get your application assessed. And last but not least, you will also need to meet the required predicted grades for your partner's offer. To give you a little bit more detail about how the predicted grades work, your predicted grades can be no more than 1 grade lower than the partner's offer or equivalent. To receive an offer from the university, you also need to fulfil any other selection criteria. For example, if the course would usually invite you to an interview or you'd be asked to submit a portfolio, you'll still have to go through all of those processes as well. So to explain the grades a little bit further, if the typical offer is 3 A's at A-level or equivalent and the partner's offer is 3 B's at A-level or equivalent, your predicted grades as an absolute minimum would need to be 2 B's and a C at A-level. So we do let you have 1 grade lower as you predicted, but then the offer that you've given would be the 3 B's. For dentistry, which is what this example's for, to receive an offer you also must meet the other selection criteria. So for dentistry, there's the UCAT score and completion of work experience too. Moving on to the eligibility criteria. So now you know you hopefully meet the essential conditions. The eligibility criteria, you only need to meet one of these. The most common tends to be home postcode. We do have our postcode checker on the partners website, so you can head there and type in your postcode, simple as that, and it'll tell you whether you're eligible or not. If you receive additional financial support, that would also make you eligible for partners, so that would be things like school bursaries. I'm not going to speak through every single criteria point on this slide, I'll just touch on a few of them. So your school, college, again, if you head to the partners website, we have a list of schools and colleges that are eligible for partners. If you are from a Black, Asian and minoritised ethnic group and you attend a state school, that would make you eligible. If you are applying to an engineering, maths or physics degree, we've got a list of the degrees within these areas on our website that you can check. And if you are applying to one of those and you meet the essential conditions, then you are also eligible for the reduced partners offer. If your parent or carer doesn't have a higher education degree, Then we then look at the main wage earner for your household's occupation to deem whether you are eligible or not for partners. It's all on a government database, all of the different occupations that we have access to. So if you do think that you could be eligible on that one, please just get in touch with us on the website and we'll check for you and confirm either way. If you are a young carer, if you have experienced local authority care at any stage in your life and for any amount of time, that can also make you eligible for partners. So there's loads of things worth checking out to see if you meet one or more of the criteria. Like I said, you can check whether you meet any of the criteria on our website on the screen now. We also have an interactive eligibility checker, so you can go through, answer all the questions, and then at the end it'll say whether you're eligible or not. If there is anything that you're unsure of, if there's any kind of grey areas that you're not sure if you meet them or not, please just get in touch with us. We get queries like that all the time and we'd be happy to let you know. You also need to make Newcastle University your firm choice. This is one of the essential conditions. So when you get your partner's offer through UCAS, it will say this includes successful completion of the summer school, and it also includes making us your firm choice. You don't need to decide this until around springtime. UCAS will get in touch with you and let you know the deadline that you need to pick your firm and insurance choice. So say you've applied to 5 universities, you get 5 offers. Happy days. You could then need to pick your firm and insurance. If you pick Newcastle as your firm, that means that you can keep your offer, which has the reduced grades on it. If you pick us as insurance, it then would typically revert back to the typical offer for that course, but it's not guaranteed. So admissions would look at your application and amend the offer accordingly. So let's talk about how you can actually apply to the Partners programme. So Partners is open to students in year 13 or final year of college only. Applications for 2023 entry to the university are now open, and you can apply to Partners as soon as you have completed your UCAS form. So make sure you do your UCAS application first and then submit your Partners form. So when you are submitting your UCAS form, there's going to be a further details box that you just need to add a P to. And then that flags to our admissions team that you will be applying through Partners. You then need to go to the Partners website, ncl.ac.uk/partners, and fill in an application form. The Partners application form is a lot shorter than your UCAS form, so it shouldn't take you really more than 10 minutes to fill out. And then the Partners team will confirm your eligibility. If you are eligible for Partners, we'll notify admissions. Admissions will then, any offer they make you will then be the reduced Partners offer. So that's all for today, but thank you for watching our video. We hope you found it useful. If you do want to find out more, please just head to our website. It's got a wealth of information on there, and you can also contact us via that email address too.